Hello, welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, April 19th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is, I am valuable to the universe. And today we have a shift. We have the sun moving into Taurus at 12:56 p.m. Pacific time. The cosmos keeps having me work for the weekends, which is fine. But let's have a shift into Taurus. So I want to say, based on my last scope, for Friday, I was like patience and fiery energy. And wow, the fire in me could feel the fieriness. And as I was driving on the road, I was like, patience, patience, patience. At a store I was at, I watched a guy who was impatient cross in front of a car who was also impatient, and they had a little like Frogger dialogue going on, Arkansas style. So I was like, patience is not at work right there for either of them. That energy will continue through the morning, as we will have the sun at 29 degrees through the morning, and Mars still hanging out at 0 Leo for today. And then we're going to have the sun shift, the sun into Taurus, which I do think will kind of pull back on those fiery rains just a little bit. But what will be interesting is then we're going to have the sun and Mars at 0, plus Neptune as well, because Neptune's still hanging out at 0. So things might really kind of slow down and ground in a little bit, and I think that'll be helpful. Our theme for sun in Taurus is one of my favorite Rumi verses, which is, let the beauty you love be what you do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. As I was meditating, tuning in, it's that. And that's what we have to remember is so valuable. So one of the keywords of Sun in Taurus, or Taurus energy in general, is the word value. And Sun in Taurus is where we take our I am lessons from Aries to I am valuable, first and foremost, recognizing the value of ourselves, our worth, but also the value of other things. So Taurus has two modes. It can have the bull in a china shop, maybe not so much bull in a china shop, but productivity, busy, bullying its way through the world, and then it can have Ferdinand the bull sitting in the field sniffing the flowers. And I think somewhere in the middle is what we want. But specifically, sitting in the field smelling the flowers, we're reminded to connect into the energy of beauty. How important the energy of beauty, seeing the beauty around us, can be for ourselves. We are trained, ingrained to connect with beauty, specifically beauty in nature. And the more we can connect to that and find the value in it and see, the beautiful in the natural world, etc., I think we all heal a little bit. So that's going to be part of our focus in and through these next 30 days. Taurus energy is also about sensuality. It's where we start connecting beyond I am rushing around doing everything. We slow down, soft kitty. I've got a lion right over there. Soft kitty, warm kitty. Not gonna sing the whole song, but connecting into our senses. I'm gonna say our basic 5 senses, but Taurus has a spiritual side that does connect into that 6th sense energy as well, plus a litany of other senses that are out there. Taurus energy, beauty, art, value, money, our senses. It's really kind of about living in this material world, not necessarily the material world that Madonna sings of, but the material physical world around us, connecting into Earth. I really do feel like a really good focus of Taurus is worth and value. Recognizing the worth and value of yourself and anything. And that's going to be like I said, overall our theme. What we need to be aware of with Taurus is Taurus energy is fixed, which means it can get heels planted in the ground, stubborn. So we want to be really aware of stubborn energies, where we dig our heels in and we forget to see other perspective. And sometimes the fixed nature is also necessary. Just realizing I totally forgot to pull cards. We want to be aware of overdoing pleasure. Pleasure can be a key word associated with Taurus. Sometimes Taurus energy can definitely be sort of Dionysian. It can be hedonistic. It can get way too far into the realm of pleasure. So keeping a nice balance can be helpful, but also awareness around the energy of pleasure can be, and the value of it. We're not just here to be capitalistic slaves. We are here to enjoy ourselves, and that's important as well. And I think it has value for us. Our talents and gifts. That to me is so important. Recognizing we all came with individual talents and gifts. And you might be like, no, I don't have anything. But meanwhile, you're the kind of person who walks down the street smiling at everybody. That's a talent. That's a gift. Not everybody can do that. I can. Recognizing your talents and gifts, and that is part of your value of being here, who you are and how you naturally do what you're naturally drawn to, whether it is art, whether it is talking about astrology, whether it's planting your plants, whether it's smiling at people, being able to hold space for people. There's so many different ways that this can appear. And this is where we want to lean into, because this is how we take who we are, our I am energy of Aries, to the next step. And so tuning into that can be beautiful and helpful, and help us in our own personal flowering. Now I have to say, besides this energy today, the sun shifting into Taurus, it's going to be kind of quiet. We do have Mars and Neptune connecting. They're going to be connecting at 0 degrees. Mars in Leo, Mars newly in Leo, Neptune still newly in Aries. So this is a little bit fiery. This might be some of that Don Quixote stuff. Watch out for where you feel like you need to show up in warrior and fight a windmill, fight some kind of enemy. And meanwhile, this is a reminder to connect into the purpose of your heart and let that help move you and drive you in these times. We also have, again, Saturn and the North Node are building to a conjunction. I believe that they're going to reach their exact conjunction on the 20th, 21st, depending where you live. And Venus is coming in as part of that conjunction, which is beautiful. But this conjunction of Saturn and the North Node does have a purpose-driven energy. So it's really interesting that there's like kind of these layers of purpose and destiny calling us at this time. It's so interesting that we have the sun moving into Taurus just in the middle of this, reminding us who you are and how you do as who you are is important. It's a quote from Dolly Parton that I love, is like, find out who you are and do it on purpose. That's the bridge between Aries into Taurus, and letting the beauty that you love be what you do, and knowing that is, heresy right here, but that's kind of church, to show up, allowing creator energy to flow through you and bring that as an offering to the world. There's something beautiful and divine in that. So all of this energy is kind of coming together and helping us bloom it forward. Let's look at these other cards that I have. Got the Ordinariness card. This wasn't turned upside down. I turned the cards upside down as I was holding them. But the ordinariness card, like I said, noticing, seeing the beauty, seeing the goodness that's all around us, taking the time to honor it is potent and powerful, and it's good medicine for us, but it's also good medicine for the cosmos, and for our Earth. One of my favorite premises, I have a cat that I can reach. Let him sit for a second. One of my favorite premises in the universe is that how you think of anything affects it. So how you think of the earth and the trees and nature and the beauty, it is affected by how you see it. I am affected by how you see me. So to me, this could help us elevate how we see things and the energy that we hold for it. And so the ordinariness card to me reminds me of that. We've also got aloneness and rebirth. And I feel like all this zero energy kind of feels like that. And so it's spending a little time in your own little cocoon, maybe doing a little even rebirthing ceremony of like, this is who I am and this is why I came through. Connecting to that divine energy from beyond. That past lives card, though, can also be part of this Saturn North Node conjunction, that we are moving through some past life energies, from some other lifetime energies, and clearing the karma from them. So, cat or the last card? We can do this and then we'll grab a cat. Faith. You gotta have faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening to me to receive beyond anything I imagine. So we're going to have faith that this little duty boy, it's Lionel. Lionel likes to sit and look out the window here. I call him Duty because he's such a little dude. He's just this, like, I don't know, he feels very Aquarian to me. Little aqua dude, like walking through the world. So let's get a little aqua dude. Hey. He is. He's a big cat and also resists the camera. Say hi to everybody. Not super talkative, but very super sweet, despite being like, do we have to do this? So appreciating his beauty and just how he shows up in the world and how the cats show up in the world. Do you want to go back there? Over here. I'll bring it over here. How they show up in the world, and I don't know, support our beingness in all the best ways. So gonna leave that there awkwardly. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust the process. Namaste.